welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. First of all, if you hear any background noise, those are my dogs. I got in here and they were quiet, but now, of course, that I'm filming, they're playing, which is fine. Just know that is them. And so today I will be doing a video completely inspired by Lindsay Scribbles. I'm going to be doing like a migration video, and last year Lindsay did a video just like this, basically going through her current planner, figuring out which collections and things she wanted to, bless you Luna, she wanted to bring over to her new planner, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just get started. Okay, so since I am going to be going through my planner, I'm just going to write everything on a sticky note. And then at the end, I am going to be going and doing and talking about my 2024 planner thoughts. So right now I'm just flipping through my stuff. I am going to want this is something that I'm going to want to take over to my new planner in some capacity. I don't know, because I made this in Canva. I don't know if I'll do the exact same thing, but I do want to have a spot for it somewhere in my planner, so I'm going to write it down. And since I'm using a sticky note, I'm just going to use like this pen from Hobonichi, the 2024 one, instead of my fountain pen, because the fountain pen I think would work on sticky notes, but I'm just going to use this pen. So I want to have holidays, so 2024 holidays. And then I want to have a spot for birthdays as well. And then this was like a sort of, so this was like my steps tracker, and then I also tracked like other things according to my watch, like closing the rings and stuff. Hopefully I'm still in frame. Let me see. And I don't think I'm going to do this anymore. As you can see, I fell off of it. I eventually stopped wearing my watch, and then once I did start wearing it, which was only kind of recently actually, I stopped wearing it for a good while. I just didn't even go back and try to like backfill it or anything. So I think I'm going to kind of get rid of this one. But for this spread, I do have another idea, but I'll probably come back to it at the end, I think. And then my monthlies, I'm not going to flip through because those are just my monthlies. And then same for my weeklies, I'm not going to flip through. I'm gonna go straight into like my collections and like notes pages. So my word of the year, I don't think I'm going to choose a word of the year. I've done it for the last 2 years, and while it is helpful sometimes, I don't regularly like come back to this word, if that makes sense. Like I do think about it every once in a while, but I don't think enough to keep it going. I don't really put a lot of like I can't even think of the word. I don't really put a lot of like meaning or like pressure on the word, and I just don't end up coming back to it very often. I think I will want to do a mood board though, some sort of mood board for 2024. But as far as choosing like a word, I don't think I'm going to do that. Index, I would like an index still, even though I don't index a lot, I do index some. And then future dates, I do like the future dates thing, so I'm going to keep that, I think. And then let's see, inbox, I will keep one, or I don't know if I should just do one page, because obviously I did not fill it up, and there was a good chunk of time where I was not really using my planner. I kind of stepped back from it for a little bit, so that could also have something to do with it. But I don't think I would need to give myself more than 1 page, and if I do, I can just like add it on after, like wherever I am in the book, I can add it on, I guess. Or my other thought was, since there's doesn't seem to be a lot, maybe I could just use sticky notes. So I'm not sure about that yet. Okay, so keep going. Cycle tracker I would like to keep. This, I don't know. I found it useful in some capacity, but I don't know if it's useful enough to keep it going, to be honest. I'm going to write it down and I guess like think about it a little bit more maybe. And then my health tracker I'll keep, but I think again, I was making all of these 2-page spreads that I don't think I should have. I think I should have just allotted the 1 page, and then wherever I was in the book, if I needed another page, I would just add it in. That's what the index is for, you know? So I don't want to, I think I'm going to try to allot only 1 page for things if I feel like I need it. So I'm going to write that down. These pages I didn't even use. This one was a like fitness tracker type thing, and then this one was my cleaning log that I just didn't ever update, so I eventually just clipped it off. And then, so I don't think I'm going to be doing either of these, even though, well, I'm going to be doing something like this fitness tracker, but I'm going to move it. That's the one that I'm going to move into my other, into this, instead of my steps tracker. So I guess I should write that. Should I write that down? What is this even called? I don't know. I don't know what this page is called. Workout tracker, and then I guess I'm just gonna call it the yearly or year at a glance. Those are my dogs running wild, if you can hear that. And then I don't think I'm going to be doing my cleaning tracker anymore, even though I do want to keep track of it, but I've kind of moved my cleaning stuff into my weekly section because I just did not ever come back and update this tracker. So I'm going to, I think, leave that in my weekly section. And then this I like to use, so I'm going to keep this. My adulting and just monthly tracker. Actually, I'll just put this up here, I guess. And then my yearly goals, and this whole thing I'm keeping. My yearly goals, I split it into yearly, quarterly, monthly actions. I'm going to keep this whole spread. So yearly, quarterly, monthly goals. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that exactly the way it is. So what is it, like a 3-page spread, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3-page spread. Okay, my degree plan and my notes, I think I will keep that as well. I am transferring to like a different like a state school. I was going to community college, now I'm going to a state college. So I want to, I think, kind of write down with those classes like what I'll need with those, and like break it down by semester probably. So I'm going to do that. And then my little social media tracker, I think I will keep because I found it pretty useful, even though, like I said, I did eventually fall off of doing like this stuff here. And then it's just a good place to kind of brain dump content ideas. So I'm going to keep my little social media section. my wish list, I'm going to keep this whole thing. I have a wish list, gift list, and gift references. I'm going to keep this. Yeah, I really like this. I think I spelled that wrong. I did. So I really liked this whole like spread, so I'm going to keep that. My planner cover inventory I am going to keep, and I need to update it as well. So I'm also, actually I'll come back to that. I was going to say something, but it kind of ties into my 2024 like planner plans or planner talk, whatever, and I kind of want to save that toward the end. So yeah, I need to update that. This is my go-to Starbucks drinks and my Starbucks to try drinks, and as you can see, I didn't really use it a lot. This is mostly just copied over from my previous Hobonichi weeks, and I didn't really add to it. I think the only thing I added was maybe the last couple things, maybe. And I think I'm just going to do without these. I don't think I'm going to add these in again for next year. And as you can see, another 2-page spread that I gave myself that I just didn't really end up utilizing. And then we just go into my dailies and like commonplace, which I start my commonplace a little later on, but I'm going to keep that stuff the same. If I want to do, I don't do dailies every day. If I want to, though, I'll have these notes pages, and if I want to commonplace, I'll have the notes pages. So I'm going to allow myself to do that in the notes pages again for next year. But I did have some other stuff, I think, in between these. All of this right now, they're just dailies. Oh, my wedding ideas. I think I'm going to keep that in for next year, even though I haven't added a lot recently. Stuff for the house, I actually do come back and I kind of check, like, reference this. So I don't know, because I'll probably won't add on like the things that are already done. Those things are done. So with what's left, I just don't know if it's enough to like dedicate a whole page to it. Not saying that I can't add on. I probably can and maybe would, but we've slowed down a bit with doing stuff to the house. So I might skip that for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that. Or maybe I can like add it in somewhere else. I don't know. I just don't know if I want to dedicate a whole page to this. I'm not sure yet. And then this is where I started commonplacing. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to put my key somewhere. So I'm going to write that down, commonplace key. I'll probably keep the key the same. And if you're curious, I have a section, or I have, these are my, what are these even called? I forget. Anyway, I have copied text, personal, school notes / graphic design. If you don't know, I'm a graphic design major. And then I have reference / research data, however you say it. So that is what I have here. I'm just looking for other collections that I may have missed. I don't want to show all of it because I am going to be doing like a full-on flip at the end of the year. So that's why I'm kind of like not really showing everything. I don't think any of these are collections at this point. I think this is all commonplace. Yeah, it is. Okay. So that's basically it for going through like my planner itself and kind of figuring out what I want to take over. Now I kind of want to look over, I did think about it. I brainstormed my goals for next year. These are not completely set in stone since I'm not moving into my Hobonichi weeks for next year until January 1st. I do have like a month and a half or so to kind of or a little over a month to kind of like go back and tweak things if I want. But for now, I'm going to look at what I do have and just kind of go from there and add anything that I think should be added to kind of keep me on track with my goals. But I don't want to really show my goals right now, so I think I'm going to like move my planner off camera, where I can see my goals, and then I will kind of write down any ideas I have from there. Okay, I've looked over my goals for next year, or at least what I have so far, and I don't think I'm ready to add anything yet. I think I'm just going to keep what I have currently with these two things that I have, and then maybe later on I'll add, or I don't know. I'm just not ready to add anything else. So I think this is all I have for now, which is quite a bit. And now I'm going to kind of talk about my 2024 plans a little bit. I did talk about this on my Instagram, but I did it under my close friends because it was mostly just like me venting. So I just kind of want to talk about it now with you guys and explain kind of what I'll be doing for next year, or at least what I'm planning on doing. So I have really kind of missed the hobby aspect of planning, and I really enjoy like my Hobonichi weeks, and I like that it's functional for me and everything, but I do miss the deco part of it. I miss doing setups. Like when I was in my rings, I would do setups, and I don't know how many of you followed me like when I was doing that, but I still have planner setup videos up like earlier on in my channel. I still have all of those up, and I just kind of miss doing that. It made it more of a hobby to me, figuring out the deco and the setup and where I wanted things, and getting excited over a certain like deco combination or layering that I did that I thought looked really good and just made me happy when I opened my planner. I just missed that. And I feel like I would maybe post more, even on YouTube, like doing flips of certain setups instead of not really, because if I do flips now, it would have to probably be like per month, and even that in the Hobonichi weeks to me seemed like a little much. And then at that point, I think I was thinking of doing quarterly flips, which again I fell off of this year because I kind of stepped back from planning a little bit. I got really busy. So quarterly flips, that's every 3 months, so it's only 4 times a year to do a flip. And I don't know, I think I would post more here on YouTube doing like deco flips, also posting more on Instagram. Even right now my feed is mostly all after the pen, like weekly spreads, and I like those too. I don't want to stop posting those, but I miss having other things to post, I guess. And I miss sitting down, even besides filming and posting. I just miss sitting down and spending more time with my planners, and like I said, just making it more of like a hobby instead of just a functional tool, which I enjoy that part of that aspect of planning. But like I said, I just miss the hobby aspect of it as well. So when I thought of how I missed deco, I kind of thought about what I could do to kind of supplement that. I was not really ready to go back to rings, because I feel like that would be the obvious choice, but I didn't feel ready to go back. So I thought of other things, because you can tip stuff into the Hobonichi weeks, but you can only tip in so much, and that kind of makes it bulky, and I feel like there's not as many places to tip in, because I don't want to tip in a vellum in the middle of my weekly. Like some people may do that, may like that, and that's great. I think that's great, but I personally don't want to do that. So to me, there were only so many places to tip in deco, and so many ways you could do it, and I didn't want to do that. So I thought of TNs, because you can use like a bound book in a TN, and you can have other stuff to to add for deco purposes. So I thought about that for a little bit, and then I just got really I just kind of fell down the rabbit hole of Traveler's notebooks and the Traveler's Company in general. I hadn't ever really bought anything from Traveler's Company. I don't think I owned anything from them. Oh, no, I did. I owned these. I've had these for a while. These are my character sticker books. But that is it. And I don't use them like in a Traveler's notebook. I just have them on my desk for sticker storage. So I thought about TNs, and then I just kind of leaped into it. Like, once I noticed that I was actually like excited and stuff, and it just made it again feel more like a hobby, and it just felt, I don't even know how to explain it, but so I decided to go that route. So I decided I'm going to give that a try for next year. And I bought a bunch of stuff. Oh, gosh, I laughed so hard that it blew this thing away. So anyway, I bought a bunch of stuff, and I'm excited, and I haven't set anything up. I'm still waiting on something, and you guys will know soon enough. But I am excited to add deco, and I bought a couple of printable dashboards, and I haven't printed them out yet, but I'm very excited to. So that is kind of my plan. I will show you guys something really quickly. So I am planning on trying out the standard TN, but I am going to continue using the Hobonichi Weeks. So this is my kind of idea. I bought this. This is like I think it's called the Life Wallet, and I am very excited to use this. It does fit the Hobonichi Weeks. I have seen other people use it, but I think a lot of people who I've seen use it uses a standard Hobonichi Weeks. I use the Mega, so when I first tried it, I'm going to use a clear cover with this because there is a little bit of room on top and bottom, and a clear cover just makes it fit a little bit better. But it does fit with one side in. I don't think both sides fit very well. But I would probably just put the front cover in, and it does fit nicely with the Hobonichi Weeks Mega. The only thing is that so I'll show you with my current one, because it's a little bit thicker. It still fits, and then this thing kind of bothers me a little bit, but it still fits, and it'll be in like the TN cover. So yeah, I don't know. Well, like I said, I'm kind of just trying all of this out. I don't really know how it's gonna go or anything like that, but so this is what I'm planning on using. So I'm using the weeks inside of this, and then this will go into the TN cover. And then I also have other goodies from Traveler's Notebook or Traveler's Company and all that to put inside the Traveler's Notebook, and I will add deco, and I will eventually show you guys a flip once that's all sorted out. But I don't have everything yet, and I haven't even started printing, or I'm not gonna print a lot, I don't think, but I do, because I do have a lot of deco already from like previous setups. But I am going to print some things, and I've already kind of gone through some of my stash and pulled out some things I think I might want to use. So yeah, that's the plan, to at least try out, and I guess I'll let you guys know how it goes. Like I said, I do plan on doing like a initial flip once it's set up. So, but that probably won't be until like the very beginning of January. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for joining me, and I guess I will talk to you guys later. Oh, and let me know down below what you're planning on using for 2024, and I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.